We've all heard about the massive glowing interstellar gates scattered across the Omega Centauri cluster. According to the official Exodus lore from Archetype Entertainment, these gates of heaven were a benevolent gift from the ancient celestial faction called the Elohim. They allowed travelers to safely hit 99.9999% of light speed, bypassing thousands of years of travel time. It sounds like the ultimate technological miracle, but what if it's a trap? Today we're diving into a massive theory about the Elohim and the true purpose of their network. Before we get into it, let me be 100% clear. This is purely speculation and not confirmed game lore, but given the pedigree of the developers at Archetype, it's an idea that fits perfectly into the dark, consequence-heavy sci-fi universe they're building. First, let's ground this in the official facts. The Elohim were one of the most powerful early human descended factions to evolve into Celestials. After the Formation Wars ended, they built the Gates of Heaven to link the major systems of the cluster, ushering in 5,000 years of peace. They also laid down the laws of the Elohim, strict rules about how the gates must be used, which included banning destructive entropy drives and the disturbance of remnant worlds. Breaking these laws meant risking cataclysmic retribution. Then the Elohim just vanished. They receded from the galactic stage entirely, leaving their massive, heavily shielded gates behind for younger factions and human travelers to use. Here's where the theory kicks in. Archetype Entertainment was founded by BioWare veterans like James Ohlen and Drew. I don't want to butcher his name. I always skip his last name. I'm so sorry. I will have it up on the screen, the full name. The latter being the lead writer of Mass Effect. If you know Mass Effect, this setup might sound terrifyingly familiar. In Mass Effect, the Reapers built the mass relays, not as a gift obviously, but to funnel the galaxy's species along a specific technological path. The relays dictated where civilizations expanded, making them entirely dependent on Reaper tech. When the time was right, the Reapers used that very network to harvest them. The theory? What if the gates of heaven serve the exact same purpose? What if the Elohim didn't disappear or transcend into pure energy, but simply stepped back into the shadows to let the galaxy incubate? In the Exodus universe, humanity is constantly mutating and evolving. We already know about the Mariyama twisted celestials who live in massive space citadels and harvest human minds and memories for psychological stimulation. If lesser factions like the Mariyama harvest emotions, what does an Apex faction like the Elohim harvest? 1. First Galactic Monitoring. The gates monitor every ship that passes through. The Elohim could be using the network to passively track the genetic and technological progression of the cluster. When a faction becomes too powerful or unlocks too many alien remnants, the Elohim could use the gates to bypass defenses and wipe the board clean, ensuring no one ever challenges their supremacy. Second, the Rot. The lore mentions a technovirus called the Rot, degrading gates on the extreme edges of the cluster. Most dismiss it as fear-mongering, but what if the Rot is the Elohim's failsafe, a way to isolate and lock down star systems right before a harvest begins? And third, the laws of the Elohim. They strictly ban the use of entropy drives and the destruction of habitable worlds. On the surface, it looks like a galactic environmentalism, but purely hypothetically, it also reads like a farmer making sure their crops and soil aren't poisoned before harvest time. Again, this is just a theory. The Elohim might truly be benevolent beings of pure energy, just like the legends claim, but in a universe filled with horrifying body-morphing celestials, cutthroat dynasties, and deadly time dilation consequences, trusting the oldest, most powerful beings in the galaxy feels like a terrible bloody idea. What do you guys think? Are the gates of heaven a mass harvesting trap waiting to be sprung, or are they genuinely a gift from a dead empire? Let me know in the comments below. Hit subscribe, and if I did get anything wrong, please correct me down below. I'll also appreciate that. As always, thank you so much for giving me the time of day. I genuinely do appreciate it. And until next time, keep your eyes on the stars.